Hi guys, Rachel here. How is everyone? Hope you're all well. So I've been wanting to do this for a while. I'm not sure what to title the video yet, because what I want to do is share a few of my favorite kids' picture books, because I find myself mentioning quite often how I bought this or that deck because the artwork reminded me of picture books that I either grew up with or, read with my daughter. Yeah, so I have mentioned, I think, in just about all of my videos that I've made, like how I've been sick. And I find over the past couple of years or so, when I'm ill in bed, one of the things that I like to do for comfort, I guess, just to ease anxiety, because, if you're sick, that can create anxiety and it can worsen your symptoms. It does for me anyway. I find myself sometimes the little pile of some of the children's picture books that we have around the house. Like I remember a few years ago, I had some respiratory thing. I think it was probably COVID actually, and we didn't know that at the time because it was new. Everyone was getting sick, and we hadn't even heard of it yet at that point. But my boyfriend came in the room, and I was reading, or I was looking at the pictures in like Skeeter the Tugboat, I think, and he was like, "Rachel, what are you doing?" And I told him how it just sort of made me feel like, I don't know, like maybe my mom was there with me. Not that that's even a book that I remember as a child. I think it was, something that I would read to my daughter. So yeah, I was sick again recently, and I mentioned in one of my last videos how I picked Spirit Cats up, and that this was a deck that, if you know me, you might find this surprising for my collection. But Meg at Rose Honey Ritual had talked about this a few times, and I just couldn't get the images out of my head, and it really did remind me of a couple of the illustrated books that I enjoy. So anyway, I know I'm really rambly tonight. I was sick again recently, and I had purchased this deck, and when I was well enough to kind of prop up in bed, yeah, I'm glad I bought this because I found this very soothing for that purpose. Yeah, I suppose I should maybe mention, like, I don't want to worry anybody, like, wow, this girl is always sick. And I've mentioned how it's not usually something that's even contagious. Let's put it this way, it's something that happens to me like every month. I know I'm laughing about it, but what can you do? And I know that I need to see a doctor about it, but I have come to terms with the fact that I guess I'm a little afraid of doctors. I've researched what I think I have, and I don't like the methods of treatment. But we'll see. Like, if it gets to the point where I'm like, I can't live like this anymore, then I just won't be able to tolerate it anymore, and I'll do something about it. But yeah, basically, when it's bad, it's bad. Like I can't even do this. Like when I'm really suffering, I'm in bed with the lights off, my eyes are closed, and I'm just trying to use Jedi mind tricks to work myself through the pain, and it kind of works, but yeah, it's really bad. But yeah, not to worry anybody or anything. It's nothing that it's nothing that's fatal. It's just, it's hard to live with. So yeah, I mean, because I'm faced with that so often, I wanted to make this video. It's really what it is. It's an excuse to show some kids picture books, and somebody that is close to me, I mentioned the idea for the video, and they were like, oh my gosh, yes, like please make that video, you know. And I mentioned it like a couple of months ago, and I haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, so yeah, one of the books that remind me of this are like, okay, like this. I'm so disorganized. Like these little golden books. So I'm just going to show art. I'm not going to talk about, I'm not going to give you any synopsis of the stories, but just to enjoy the art. Like, look at this. This would be such a cute, like, oracle deck. Oh my gosh, I love this art. Oh my gosh. I love it. Yeah, I'll just sometimes even I'm not ill, and my daughter and I will just sit in bed with like a bunch of books and look through things. Here's another one. These books, by the way, that I'm showing. My daughter is like 12 now, but these books are never leaving the house. Like, even if she doesn't want them, these are mine. Like, I Am a Bunny. I just love this. I read this to her like every night for, I don't know, a couple of years or more. I love this. This is some of my favorite art. And I remembered I had showed it to one of my girlfriends like a decade ago. Her son was really little, or he was an infant actually. And she was like, oh, she's like, I want to be a little bunny under a toadstool. Like, yes, this is probably one of my favorite pages. Because I love the rain too. Like, when I'm really sick, I like to use like simulated rain sounds. I love the rain. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying this. If this is your thing, I'm sure you're still here. If it's not, bye, I guess. I guess I'll mention too, like, some of the decks that maybe make me think of picture books, like the Albano, for some reason. I mean, I guess really any Rider-Waite Smith sort of has that picture book vibe to it for me, but especially this one. And also I like that this is a facsimile, so the line work is like, you know, it's a little like blurry, grainy, and I like that graininess because it makes me feel even more tied to the time in which it was created, which I believe this was a 1960s deck. And I talk about this deck quite a bit. But anyway, there's that. The Epinal, or the Epinal, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. This is one of my favorite Marseille decks that I've been using a lot this month. And I just modded this actually a couple of days ago. I rounded the corners. I don't mind the sharp edges in Marseille decks, but this particular deck, this cardstock is fabulous, by the way. It's super durable, but the edges were so sharp that they were catching on like all of my spread cloths, and it kind of hurt. So I rounded the corners, but before doing so, I bought a backup. And by the way, I know this is not necessarily the premise of this video. This is Patrick Valenza, Deviant Moon. So if you like Marseille, like me, this is a fabulous one. And it's not, you know, too expensive. Marseille decks are usually on the pricey side. I think this is like around 35, 38, something like that. And I got my backup on sale because he sells his, what he calls bumped boxes. Like if a deck arrives and there's like a little dent on the corner, he like discounts them. So this was like, I think 20 bucks or something. It's great because I'll get decks in the mail all the time and they're dented, you know, and I don't complain, but that's so nice. But yeah, this deck, yeah, something about these colors, they make me think of like kids' picture books, or like, I don't know, just being a kid. Like maybe it makes me think of old like tablecloths and curtains and things, and houses that I used to visit with my mom, like older women's homes. I don't know, or maybe just stuff that we had around the house. But yeah, I love this deck. I highly recommend. In the Morgan Greer, this was sort of my first deck. One of the things I liked about it was its 70s feel, and it made me think sort of like the same thing. Like some of the old picture books, or maybe artwork in like really old cartoons, or even like Sesame Street. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to show you some more books. So, The Little Island. Oh my gosh, I love this. So I was so excited when I became a mom, even though it wasn't planned. I was so excited because it gave me an excuse to browse around all the time for great picture books. Look at this. I love this. Right? Like you want to be there. Or I do anyway. I love the colors. I mean, colors are great, and they're so important in children's picture books. So beautiful. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh, Rosies Walk. So this was a favorite of my daughter's. Like we read this all the time too. It's so cute. I love the art. Like I love these, like this olive green and this red and yellow. Just love it. 1968. Yeah, this book is never leaving the house. I mean, I've definitely gotten rid of things, but they're for the most part things that we just picked up together that she wanted, you know, nothing terribly special, something that I think like another kid, you know, will enjoy this. But these books are special to me. Oh, yeah, see, I drew this for my daughter when she was, I don't know how old, like 4 or 5. She asked me to. It's like the cover. For some reason the marker faded over time. But yeah, you can tell we love this book. Oh, here's Skeeter the Tugboat. Yeah, this was the one that my boyfriend caught me reading. This is 1940s, 1946. I just love the way that things were illustrated back then. I mean, not that there aren't still like great illustrated books. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes even with animated films, things can be just sort of lazy. I don't know. Like, look, this is so charming. Like the rain and the rainbow. I love it. This one here, this is one of my absolute favorites, the Color Kittens. And I have to be careful with this because this has been in the house for so many years. This was like in my house, in my mom's house growing up. It was on my mom's bookshelf. And this copy, I have to be careful with. This is from like 1972. So maybe it was my older brother's book. I don't know. But this book is originally from 1949. And it's the Color Kitten, so it's all about color. And oh my gosh, like every illustration in here is a dream. I remember my sister and I years ago, we like read this aloud to one another. Purple, look at this. Green as islands in the sea. I hope that I've been, you know, I've been like looking at the books, and I know that it's kind of hard to get everything in the shot. I hope that I've been doing okay. Brown is an old goat. Look at this. A rose tree. Oh my God. Like, how fabulous are this? Oh, a little bear. Where did he come from? I love this. Look at the Easter eggs. Anyway, fabulous. Perrault's ABC Garden. My daughter loved this one. She had me read this to her all the time. This is from the 90s, you can tell. It's beautiful. Just an ABC book. And it's a garden. So that's fabulous. It's ABC Garden. So every letter is a fruit or vegetable. I just love it. Yeah, never leaving the house. Zebra. Zebra. Okay, so yeah, Frog and Toad. I hope you guys know Frog and Toad. Oh my God, I'm in love with Frog and Toad. These stories too are fantastic. If you don't know, just go to the library or something, because they will make you laugh. They're books that are entertaining for adults as well. And I have Frog and Toad Are Friends. Oh, I love these. They just warm my heart. Oh my gosh. I have another one. It's like, I wish I could read this to you. Frog and Toad Together. This printing has like, I don't know, this like metallic green text. It's pretty neat. It's like metallic in there. I don't know, it's cool. Oh. The snake. I love it. I love Frog and Toad. Oh yeah, see these, I bought these note cards. They're sitting here on my desk because like, it's just kind of reminded me of like the Color Kittens or something that I just showed you. I love this. I had to get them. I haven't even used them yet. T-News? I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce the name. I've been buying journals from them for a few years now. I discovered them because they sell their products in the art museum, the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. I have a membership and I go all the time. And so I'm in the gift shop and they have a lot of their products there, and that's how I discovered their journals. So I just order from their website, and if you keep a journal or like A5 notebooks like me, I highly recommend. Fabulous paper. May I Bring a Friend? I love this. I love the colors in this. This is a book that I picked up when I lived in New Hampshire before I moved to Massachusetts. This used bookstore in town, and I was just like, yes, we're gonna be friends. I don't know. And I still love this. It's like my daughter like drew in it. Kids, But I love these, like, I don't know, these jewel tones or something. I just, oh, eat it right up. May I bring a friend? This kid keeps bringing all these animals to court. I don't know. But I love the art. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh, lines. Okay. Okay, Owl at Home. This is one of my favorite books in the whole world. This book makes me laugh every time. I used to read this to my daughter, like, all the time. Another Arnold Lobel, the author of the Frog and Toad. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. The guest owl was at home, and something's knocking, and it's Winter, and he decides to let Winter in, and Winter comes in. Winter ran around the room. It blew out the fire in the fireplace. Winter, cried Owl, you are my guest. This is no way to behave. But Winter did not listen. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Strange bumps. Oh, I love these so much. And I love owls. My daughter, my mom are always getting me owls. See, I got this little guy here. My mom collected owls. We always had owls in the house. And so I guess I get that from her. But, like, owls are so in right now. I get, like, annoyed by things like that, but whatever. Everybody's allowed to love owls. Okay. Yeah, what else did I have here? Oh, Sleeping Beauty. So this book is here because when I was a kid, I had this Sleeping Beauty book. It wasn't this particular one. It was bigger, but there are photos of me, like, reading the book. And I remember flipping through it all the time. And, yeah, to this day, Sleeping Beauty, the Disney film, is one of my favorites because of the artistry in it. It's every single frame is like a work of art. I just, I love the artistry of the film. Like, these illustrations are fine, but they don't do it justice. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Sleeping Beauty. But I mentioned, in one of my videos, I was showing the Botticelli deck. I love this deck. And I mentioned that it was a good mood. Yeah, it was my good mood decks video. It was a good mood deck for me because these landscapes, like this forest that they're in, it's just so immersive for me. It makes me want to be there. Like, how could you be in a bad mood here in this world? And that, some of the cards reminded me a little bit of the landscapes in Disney's Sleeping Beauty. It does. So, you know, maybe sometimes I have associations to things that nobody else would have. It's just this weird personal thing. But I'm sure we all do that a bit, right? So while I'm at it, another couple of decks that I brought over here that remind me of, or make me think of, you know, illustrated art and books is the Smoke, Ash, and Ember. So my daughter has the Oak, Ash, and Thorn. Is that what it's called? You know, the woodland creature one. But I mentioned that one of the things that I really love about this deck, aside from how wonderful the paper feels, oh my god, is that it's so richly illustrated, like a beautifully illustrated fantasy book or something, you know? Oh my gosh. Yeah, this deck is one that I bought, like, probably solely for that purpose. I knew that it was a beautiful deck, and I did not think that I was going to buy it because I didn't really think I was going to use it. But, I did get it, and I do love it. And then, I mean, there's probably several, actually, that give me those nostalgic vibes. The Agarov is definitely one, though. Let me show you. I know I've shown this deck. But, yeah, this one definitely, like, especially the colors, like these blues, these reds, they have storybook feel to me. It's a fabulous deck. Out of print though, like really, really hard to find. But I had to have this one. Yeah. Yeah, I love these interesting like greenish backgrounds for the cups. Okay. What else do we have here? Mousekin Takes a Trip. This is such a cute book. My mom would send things in the mail sometimes. She lives, you know, unfortunately out of state, like back in Buffalo. But she would often send books in the mail. And like, look at this. Oh my God. This might be a little pale for the camera. I don't remember what's going on in this, but this little mouse like goes on a journey. He gets lost or something. Mousekin takes a trip. I love it. Look at this face. Look at the lightning. I love it. All right, The Day It Rained Hearts. I think this book is so cute. This is another one that I just like picked up because I just, I don't know, like at a Savers or something. It's raining hearts. I love rain and I love hearts. I just love hearts. I don't know why. I think I mentioned that in my, one of my videos around like for February, like a February at present or something about Valentine's Day and how I'm a sucker for the decorations. Like, we don't really even do much for Valentine's Day. I don't expect anything. Sometimes, certain years we've gone out for like a really like expensive dinner or something, but other years it's like whatever. All right, this one I don't know, I just had to include this, the Roman numerals. This book is fantastic. And my daughter was studying this deck for quite a while. She got really good at it. It teaches you how to read Roman numerals. Like, you count the pigs. And that's all it is. You count them and you figure out there's the Roman numeral. Like, it's crazy. I think she was actually like counting them or something. It's insane. Oh my gosh. Look at all the pigs. I love it. Oh, okay. This book, I think we're almost done, by the way. This one here, oh my gosh. Mufaro's Beautiful Daughters. So I remember years ago, one of my best friends and we were both talking about this book. And we were describing it to one another. And we were like, what the fuck was that book? And my girlfriend was like, I don't know. I know what book you're talking about. And I loved it. And I loved the art. And I don't know what the name of the book was. And we're like, how do we find it? And I don't remember how I finally found it. And I shared it with her. And we were both like, yes! Like, we were so excited. And I bought it for my daughter. And this is one of her favorite books. Like, she loves this. Not when she was a toddler, but like, you know, 6, 7 years old. It's beautiful. I think my girlfriend and I both, you know, we went to different schools. We both must have read them in our school libraries, or maybe it was a story that we read for class or something. Or maybe Reading Rainbow. I don't know. Did Reading Rainbow ever do this? I think maybe they did. I love Reading Rainbow. I miss Reading Rainbow. Can you stream that anywhere? Like the classic ones. Oh my gosh. I love this. This is beautifully illustrated. I have quite a few picture books in the house. I mean, I'm not showing them all. I had to make some choices. And a lot of the ones that I chose were the books that I find myself, you know, maybe looking through in bed to ease anxiety, like therapy or something. It's not even the story. It's the art. Like if I'm really sick, I don't even, you know, I already know the story. I just like to get lost in a world, you know, like I'm there. Especially when you're really sick, like it can be very immersive. Like, I don't know, I'm the type of person, I always have to look at the bright side of things. Like there are actually benefits sometimes to being sick, you know. It can lean a new perspective to things, or you might have a really cool fever dream or something. You know, I'm not saying, oh, being sick is awesome, but you know, sometimes it's like, what can you do? Let's make the most of it. This book here, so I bought this, I don't know, a few months ago for myself, all about dinosaurs. I had been thinking about this book for a few years. I don't even remember if it's something that I read when I was younger, or how I came across it. I think I must have come across it when I was looking for books for my daughter, but I love this. Like, I love this. And yeah, I'm actually going to sit and read this, even though some of the information in here might be a little bit out of date. I'm sure it's easy enough to figure out what has changed. You know, things always change. But, oh, I love dinosaurs, and I love this art. I mean, look at this cover. I love it. All about dinosaurs. Yes. I just love it. I remember trying to draw dinosaurs when I was in kindergarten, and I was like getting really frustrated and angry. And I was like, this is hard. Like, I think I was trying to draw a T-Rex. Because I was really good with drawing people, faces and people, things like that. And I still am, like, good with portraits and things, but I was trying to draw a dinosaur, and I just thought it was really hard drawing animals. I don't know. Okay, this book here, we haven't even really read through this one very much because, you know, we just have so many books in the house. I really wanted this. I love Eric Carle. And I had never heard of this one. It's a treasury of classic stories. It's, you know, Hans Christian Andersen, Brothers Grimm and all that. And it's just beautifully, you know, done up by, you know Eric Carle. This is fabulous. We're reading a book of Greek myths together. It's an illustrated book. We read a myth or two every night. And I can see my daughter, like, enjoying this too. I think I mentioned it in one of my videos, maybe my Salem haul or something, that she's 12, but, like, she still loves being read to. It's not something that we do often, but when I mentioned it, I'm like, you want me to read some Greek myths? Oh, she was like, yeah. She loves it. One Kitten for Kim. I love this art. I love the smell of this book. Oh, my gosh. It smells like a little musty or something, but I love the smell of this book. I love the smell of books, and I love the smell of old books. I love the smell of new books. This one in particular is a really, really interesting smell. Very nostalgic for me. There were other books that I read growing up that had this art style, and I wish I knew what they were called. I want to say one of them, I don't know. I remembered seeing illustrations of a swamp or something, or a river, and I wish to God I knew what it was. But I love this. But yeah, anyway, I was saying I love the smell of books, and I don't know if I prefer the smell of new books to old, or old to, I think I prefer old, but yeah, 1969. Tootle. This is another one from the 1940s, I think. I'm going to try to go a little quicker. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So cute. The sailor dog. This is cute. Yeah, so he crashes ashore and he like makes a little shack and he's having a dream. And then he has a dream that he patches up the hole in his boat. And then he leaves the island. Yay. Oh, the Beachcomber's book. Yeah, this is fun. Like, we need to actually do some of the crafts in here. We need to do this. I'm not going to really show this. There's not too much art in here, but I love this. Under the Sun. This was a book that I read often to my daughter at night before bed. It's about, you know, tucking your kid in at night and, you know, where does the sun go when I go to bed? And they go all over the country and then all over the world talking about the sun setting in different places. Oh, I really love it. So pretty. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to show this because it's so big, but I love Richard Scarry. Like, I love Richard Scarry. What do people do all day? Like, this book is huge, and it got water damaged a little when my daughter was small, and I should probably get a different copy because, oh my God, if you know Richard Scarry, you know I'm just such a fan. You know, kind of like Frog and Toad. It's just fun. And especially for me when I was a kid, like, I love details. I love looking at all the little details. I'm still like that. And there's so much to look at. It's like a dollhouse. I have some other Richard Scarrys. This is the funniest storybook ever. Comet's 9 Lives. I have more than one book by this artist. I don't even have to say anything about why I like this art. I mean, oh my God, it's stunning. And this takes place in New England, so it's a little familiar, you know. Oh, it's just the artwork. It's kind of crazy. I mean, like, it's the cat dies, like, I don't know, like 8 times or something. I don't remember, but anyway, it's the artwork is beautiful. Yeah. Like, look at all these borders, like, on all the illustrations, the shells and things. All the dogs. Cats on stage, and all the dogs are in the audience. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this ocean. Yeah, drawing the ocean can be hard, man. Like, I actually learned how to do this a bit. The past few years, there's a couple of illustrations I've done where I needed to draw the sea, and yeah, fun. Now this is the last one. This is Cathedral. Do you guys know this book? This is a fantastic book. I love the learning about the Middle Ages, and I love architecture and cathedrals. Like, I have a really beautiful book on cathedrals and house, but this was one that I just had to get a couple of years ago, even if my daughter wasn't interested in it. I got it for her, but it was kind of like I got it for me because I remembered this book from when I was younger, and it really tells you how they built the cathedrals. So, you know, it's a book that anybody could read, actually. So look, it's so fabulous. There's other books in this series. See, that's where the cathedral is going to be. It's just amazing. This book is amazing. And I love the art style too. I know all the books that I showed are in color, but I do really like the black and white. I like oh, what's his name? I almost said Richard Scarry, but it's gory, right? yeah. Anyway, love it. Look at this. It's amazing. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, we have, I just bought a bookshelf for my daughter because she had books all piled up in her room. She had no more space, even though we had stored some away. She has the same problem that I have. And I just bought like a really nice bookshelf at the consignment shop here in town a couple of weeks ago. And my daughter's so cute. She was listening to the guy who owned the shop tell us what it was. And so we bought it, and we were going to bring it home. And I was talking about how I was so excited about the bookshelf. And my daughter corrected me. She's like, no, Mom, it's a Barrister Bookcase. Because she was listening. So yeah, Barrister Bookcases, you know, it's the shelves that have the sliding glass doors. And it's so beautiful. I've actually always wanted one. We got a really good price. It was, he had it on sale for $300, and he said he would give it to us for $170. It was amazing. I'm a little nervous to have it in my daughter's room because of the glass doors, but she's really good about things. And she said that she definitely has a couple of friends that she would not want them to go near the shelf. And she says she's probably going to leave them tucked in most of the time. So anyway, I don't know why I went off on that little like tangent about, the bookshelf, but anyway, yeah, I think I covered everything that I wanted to talk about. I just thought this would be fun. So I'm not sure what I wanted to title the video, because I thought if I title it like favorite children's books, like I don't know if I really want to attract that kind of crowd, like like that wild mom crowd, you know what I mean? And it's not like I have anything on my channel that's too offensive, but still, it's like, this is not like a kid's channel. I don't know, but whatever. I'll probably just title it something obvious and we'll just see. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any favorite illustrated books, or if any of these books are favorites of yours as well, let me know. Or maybe you hate some of these books and you want to tell me about it. That's fine too. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.